Good to see you, everyone. My name is Robbie Howell, and today we'll be looking at another of my very early film appearances. In this case, when I played the lead in the film Fraternal by Anthony Longo Jr. This film was rather unusual in that it was a passion project, written, shot, edited, everything by one guy, the aforementioned Mr. Longo. Normally, when you're starting out in acting, you're mostly doing student films, and this was, I believe, the very first film I ever played in that was not affiliated with a university. It was entirely carried by Anthony, and I would highly recommend you guys go and check out his other work on his YouTube channel, Dinohead Media. He's getting better with everything he creates, and it's definitely worth a watch. Not to mention, I will only be showing a part of the film Fraternal in this particular video. If you want to see the whole thing, including the twist ending, definitely go check it out in the description below, along with some of Anthony's other work. Let's take a look at Fraternal, shall we? Okay, you see this frame? Keep this frame in mind. It's a very clever way to start the film, and it becomes a lot more relevant later on. So in this film, I'm playing a very strange and eccentric young man named Tyler who goes to increasingly drastic lengths to ask out the woman of his dreams. Or so it seems. The film is an awful lot more complicated than that, and so as to not spoil the ending, I will leave my description of the character at that and leave you to figure out how the film ends for yourself. Again, go watch it. Without a doubt, this is my favorite shot in the film. On a technical level, it's very dramatic with great composition, and it does a great job of showing that there is something wrong with my character. This film does have a handful of technical problems, like some difficulty balancing audio and balancing light levels, but again, bear in mind, this is done by a single guy who is self-taught.
I'd love to take you out sometime.
Tyler, we already discussed that like 15 minutes ago.
I just need to know.
You need to know what?
Where our fate stands.
Our fate? I'm not really a religious person, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be.
Why do you have a gun, Tyler?
I have a tendency of getting very lucky with my fellow performers, and this film was no exception. I was lucky enough to play across from the very talented Ms. Lexie DeCellis, links to her down in the description as well. She had good dramatic chops, but I was really pleasantly surprised by how effective of a comedic actress she is as well, while still keeping the intensity necessary for a film as creepy and unnerving as this one.
Fate must decide if we are truly meant to be together.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that? You want me to shoot you?
It's the only way to determine if we're a match.
Similar to my experience with the Liam project, which I would audition for several months later, I was told later by the director, Anthony, that he really enjoyed how genuinely likable my portrayal was in the audition. He said he had been originally going for something of a Norman Bates vibe, but that the read that I gave him added a little bit of extra innocence and by proxy creepiness to the character that he hadn't originally anticipated. This is just yet another lesson that when you are given an audition, trying to twist it and make it your own is a very effective way of going about the process, rather than just trying to guess the exact vision that the director had themselves for the character.
You are crazy.
Only for you. So, shall we let fate decide?
Tyler, I'm not shooting you.
This is the only way we can determine if we are meant to be together.
No, I'm not doing this.
I know you're scared.
Scared? You're asking me to put a fucking bullet through your head. Yeah, I'm scared.
We shot this scene in a public area on that little track field, and I felt more than a little bit uncomfortable brandishing a rather realistic looking prop gun in suburban New Jersey. We ended up kind of hiding the gun every time a runner came around the track, and then bringing it back out to shoot the scene as soon as they were out of frame. It made for one of these kind of scrambly guerrilla filmmaking dynamics that at the time was kind of nerve-wracking, but in retrospect was pretty fun.
Hey babe, dinner's ready.
So what happened to me being the one?
What happened to me needing to shoot you because we were destined to be together? What happened to that, Tyler?
I'm not saying you can't fuck other people.
I don't want to fuck other people.
Look, I really care about you. I just need some time
But why?
to think.
Without a doubt, this dinner table scene is my favorite in the entire film. It shows off my scumminess as well as Lexie's comedic and dramatic chops, and has a great patter to the dialogue.
Why not? Well, I mean, look at you. You're gorgeous.
You know what? If that's what you want, then fine. So be it.
Are you breaking up with me?
I won't spoil the details because I want you to watch the whole film, but not too long after the scene, there was a small fight sequence that I choreographed, and Lexie was super good about working with the choreography and staying both safe and also selling the actual fight itself. It's again very short, just like a single move long, but for someone who had zero stage combat experience going into this project, she did amazingly. Fight scenes are like dancing, and even when you have zero experience, you can still make for an excellent and collaborative partner.
Doom 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 do do doom 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 do doom 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 do do doom 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 doom. Oh, this song is copyright. So we improvise new lyrics. Don't want it to be generic. When we sing this little song.
I love this ending shot. The slam, the smirk on my face, it's just such a clean way to finish off the film. And that is all I will be showing of Fraternal today. As mentioned, please go and take a look at the full film. Tell me what you think in the comments down below once you've seen the whole thing. Go leave a comment on the original video to support Anthony. In the films that I would go on to do after this one, I started to get used to working with gigantic crews and having to memorize 30 different names for every project. But this was just us three, me, Anthony, and Lexie. And there's something quite special about that. I definitely will never forget my process of working with them, and I very much hope to do so again in the future. Thank you so much for your time and viewership, and as always, my name has been Robbie Howell, and ciao for now.